I guess we're gonna start because I ain't got my intro on here. Weird.
Let's get it.
What? What happened
Yeah,
to the
the
intro?
intro's not on here.
Intro.
Come
Yeah.
Hey,
on,
hey,
come
look,
Hold
on.
on,
look.
hold on.
Y'all know
While I
me in here.
do,
What
yeah,
the
while
heck?
I do, yeah. I got a better idea. Watch this. While I get that, watch this.
That was cool.
Yeah, couch life. Yes, sir. We in the building.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. I'm just
welcome to the
loading up the
back of the bus.
intro right now. So just while I wait for it, let me go ahead and say, welcome to an off-season. What was that edition of the Birds of Broad Street? And we finally got the intro. So now that's
Yeah, I
much
felt better
better.
now. I feel better.
That's much better. Lucy, who took me intros?
Who's messing with the stuff?
Who's messing with the intro on the network?
Hey,
That's
that's
the
probably the
only
Cowboys
positive.
hater. You already know. Hey, it was
I
probably the
know.
Cowboys hater. Y'all already know. They probably, somebody probably went up in there and trolled the whole set. You know how they was feeling after that
Right?
L they took yesterday. But hey, y'all already know. Hey, forget all that, man. Let me get this thing a little warmed up in here because y'all already know. Yeah, warm this thing up, man. Hey, look, results aren't there. We all saw it. But it's all good. We still taking the phone today. So you know time it is. You know who you rocking with. It's your boy Billy Notion. Hey, y'all already know what episode we on. Birds of Broad Street, getting down on the aftermath. Y'all already know. Let's do this okay on because last time I checked, we still the last team in the NFC. On this Lambo, check out a ring all the way to next year. Check, we still in here, kid. So y'all already know. If y'all new to this ride on my brother's channels, of course, we getting the intros out the way. Y'all know what to do. Hit that subscribe. Y'all know, come win, lose, or draw, come off-season talk, we gonna be back here to get it cracking. So, hey, salute. Let's get it rocking, my guys.
Yeah, that was Mr. Warming Up Still himself, Philly Notion. I'm your host of the most, soon to be ranting host, moderator, one half of Cool Cat Miss, your boy Mizzy Miss, Cool Cat on YouTube representing the Bizzards. We got the man of the network, Bird Gang Nation Sports Media, and I just said the name, Bird Gang 31.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's talk about this dumpster fire we had yesterday.
Yeah,
I've been talking
yeah.
about it a lot. Me and One Trey had a 5-hour Birds Online last night. I even woke up this morning and did another 2.5 hours just talking to the people.
Sheesh.
So I've been talking and I'm ready to keep talking about it.
And speaking of Trey, Trigger, one half of Birds on the Line, the aftermath, one Trigger Trey Rock. I know you got lots to say.
You already, man. Listen, I mean, there's a lot of stuff floating in the atmosphere right now. We're going to address it, so let's get it.
Yes, sir. Let me let y'all know this ain't the season finale. We're going to keep going on strong until we can't go strong no more. We'll think of some topics. I mean, when it comes to this right here, I mean, we got a lot to talk about, especially with this off season.
Yes, sir.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, we
sir.
gonna unpack the offseason. Y'all know we like Cool Cat said, this ain't the end. Look, we already know the season ain't in how we wanted it. But again, look, I'd rather have our expectations. At least we got ways to get better on this team. Other than some of these Dallas Cowboy fans, had the expectations all the way up here.
That was the best
Now
part.
they back down there. They ain't got nothing to look forward to come next year because they only about to get worse. The Eagles, oh yeah, we about to get better, and it starts this offseason, and we gonna bring it to y'all. So y'all already know.
Yeah, man. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it because what was that? What was that? And if you saw Birds on the Line, if you saw my last videos, I've been ranting all day, and trust me, like I posted on the Birds of Broad Street Twitter page, that's Birds_Broad Street. Y'all can find that on Twitter. Follow us on YouTube. That's Notion Gang. That's Bird Gang 31. That's One Trick or Trey Rock. I really got to learn how to do the hand motion because I can't do it like him. And of course, your boy,
special ed kid.
I know.
Trying to do it.
How do you do that, Trey? Man. And of course, your boy, Missy Miss Cool Cat Con YouTube representing the Birds. That's my brother from another mother. The man who representing Dallas always says, hit that subscribe to all of our channels, please. What the heck did we just watch? I mean, okay, let's start with this, okay, because I got lots of rants today. Like, first things first, we're going to be grading some people, of course. Let's start with Jalen Hurst. His worst performance ever. I mean, we can't deny it. We can't hide it. We can't fight it. It was his worst performance to date. He made some bad throws, 2 bad interceptions. He gets an F for me because, well, when you play bad, you get a bad grade. It is what it is for me. But my first rant will be like, because I know everybody in the offseason is thinking, what should we do with Jalen Hurts? And what I've been saying this whole season, and what I'm going to say this whole offseason, because me and Trey know this, our fans are impatient. Impatient. I mean, we live in the city our team represents, so our fan base is impatient. What other option is there? I'm going to give you your options. Do anybody trust Gardner Minshew to play 17 good seasons? Yes or no in the chat? Anybody? Anybody? Do y'all trust Mr. Gardner Minshew?
Nope.
You didn't think so. Okay, then so exactly. And besides, if he plays bad, you're gonna boo him too. So that's push him out the way. Then we got the draft. Howie Roman is gonna be fired. He probably might get an extension. I don't know. I'm gonna stand up for this. I don't really know, and I don't really care. But if he comes back and he does anything by drafting a quarterback, you're fired. You're done. You're finished. Like, who someone in the chat, someone in the panel. Is there any good quarterbacks in this draft? Yes or no?
Hey, absolutely. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, all right. Let's go and calm this thing down, Eagles fan base, because we all know, look, Jalen Hurts ain't meet the expectations.
I'm not even done yet.
Hey, you already know. I already see the and I know the way we kind of went out with Jalen having one of his most, and I'm gonna disagree. I guess I know you said, Cool Cat, that it was the worst game he's played. I think the Giants game was absolutely more garbage than this game we saw.
I'll give you that.
The implications, of course, with playoffs on the line, that was disgusting. Let's not even act like, that's our expectations from our quarterback. But at the same time, like everybody's saying, there's not a quarterback in this draft class that I think is going to, if we draft them, they're immediately going to make this team better. We're still going to have to go through the growing pains, whether we got a new quarterback we draft, or if we bring in, I don't think we can bring in Deshaun Watson or.
I was just getting there. I was just getting there.
Yeah, no, that ain't changing nothing on our team, fellas. So we need to calm it down. We need to understand we need to be patient with our developing quarterback. And again, I mean, let's not get emotional here, because at the same time, I know that's an emotional response. Fire everybody. And at the same time, look, we wouldn't even be in this position if Jalen Hurst at least didn't even lead us to where we at. So Say just get rid of Jalen Hurts, blow it all up. No, that ain't the angle we need to take. We need to put some patience to our developing quarterback. Hey, build around this man. We got the tools now. Start building come next year. It is what it is. Be patient, Philadelphia. Some we ain't got in Philadelphia. But again, there ain't no quarterback we drafted this year that's going to change anything from what we saw this year. So just be patient. Let Jalen Hurts go. That's my answer to this whole thing. We don't need no another quarterback. I'm going to put that out there right now.
Exactly. Oh, anyway. Well, I was also about to say it's about Deshaun Watson, but I'm glad you said that, Notion. Let me say this to all you people that think those three is coming. Do you guys know there's a no trade clause in Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson's contract? You two guys in the chat know that those two quarterbacks get to choose where they get to go. Not the organization. They do. After watching this, you think they want to come to this? Do you really think they want to come to this? Absolutely not. And Aaron Rodgers is on the verge of being a two-time league MVP and a potential Super Bowl. He's having the time of his life. So he ain't coming up here. And if you give up those 3 first-round picks for them, how are you going to fix your defense? How are you going to fix your offensive line? Jason Kelce might leave. Fletcher Cox might leave. Brandon Graham's getting old. Steven Nelson's on a 1-year deal. You got to have a cornerback to hang out with Darius Slay. You got all these pieces, plus you probably might get Calvin Ridley. Cross your fingers. We don't know. Alabama reunion. You got all these pieces that you got to build around, and yet some of y'all want to think a quarterback's going to get you guys to the promised land, and it's not. You build around this kid. Listen. I get it. You guys are impatient because we got a Super Bowl. You're tired of Dak Prescott and the Cowboys winning the division. I get that. But you see the difference? We got cap space and we got 3 first-round picks. They over there in Dallas beating the holy hell out of each other as a fan base, throwing stuff, losing to the 49ers. And what kind of cap space they got? What kind of cap space they got? Ain't Dak Prescott eating up their cap? What about Coop? What about Zeke? Huh? You look at them and look at us. But yeah, y'all think Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. I don't get our fan base, y'all, and do patient. Be patient. It does Jalen Hurts, because I know all you guys are going to say, oh, he's just stealing his slimmer. He's just stealing his slimmer. You know, what the heck is on my wall then? Haters. Okay, I love this team more than anybody, especially along with these 4. So I love this team, but I understand Jalen Hurts got some stuff to work on. Jalen Hurts got some stuff he needs to fix. Jalen Hurts got some stuff to improve, but throwing them out just to get some of these quarterbacks is not how you build a team. And think about this. One more thing before I pass on the notes, and I know I'm running out of time. I get it. Listen to this. This is Howie Roseman's match because he picked them. If Jalen Hurts don't work, you think Howie Roseman's going to be here next year? Y'all need to think. Howie Roseman drafted Jalen Hurts. Yes, Carson Wentz wanted to go, but Howie Roseman drafted Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts don't work, we're getting a new GM. What don't y'all think? I'm giving Jalen Hurts an F. I got some more rants going. Notion gang, great Jalen Hurts, huh? I'm arguing with y'all when it comes to this kid. Get you a new quarterback if you want to, and then you'll be like the New York Giants in Washington. Still looking. APP, still looking. You see the difference? You see the difference? Look at them. Washington's still looking for a quarterback. Go ahead, Notion. Go ahead.
Hey, look. Based off of that game, look, there ain't no kind of good grade I can give Jalen Hurts after that performance. Honestly, I'm going to give him a D-. I ain't going to give him an F. Because, I mean, yes, he showed a little bit of fight at the end. We saw some of the same themes that the Eagles have been doing all season, which is starting off straight up slow, expecting to play, Eagles football in the fourth quarter when the game's over. Now, listen. Again, I'm not coming up here to defend anything about Jalen Hurts' accuracy issues. I see y'all in the chat, like my guy Phil saying, look, pretty much, what'd he say? I think like his accuracy or something. What did he say? Hold up. I think Jalen Hurts may have hit his ceiling. I've lost trust in his ability to become a better passer. Now, I watched the game, and we got two different types of comparisons to go off of. We saw Tom Brady, the GOAT, how he orchestrated his offense versus Jalen Hurts, how he orchestrated his offense. Now, I'm going to be the first to tell you there's going to be a lot of things Jalen Hurts needs to work on and improve during this offseason. Now, one of the things that's glaring for me, of course, is his timing with the ball. I don't know why Jalen Hurts holds on to the ball so long, looking to make that big play, scrambling around. We saw that last year with Carson. That was also a fail. I don't like that approach. At the same time, we saw Tom Brady not mess up. This man was getting the ball out in like 2 seconds. Once his receivers flashed open, he threw the ball. Those are things I need Jalen Hurts to work on his mental clock to get that ball out quicker, once his receivers are open. Now, again, I'm not putting all of this on Jalen because one of the other glaring things that we need to address this draft is wide receivers. Jalen Rager is absolute ones, and I don't know why. This is part of why Jalen Hurts is out here looking like trash sometimes also. So, again, you need to stop targeting these receivers that ain't even coming back to try back on the ball, showing the will to want to go out there and catch it. That makes Jalen Hurts look bad. And again, listen, I need Jalen Hurts to work on some of that mental clock, getting the ball out quicker, making better decisions. At the same time, the man's got time to grow. Give him at least 3 years. I agree with that. To lead this team, and then we can make that kind of decision on whether or not he's the guy or he ain't the guy. This is his second year. We made the playoffs, and hey, we got to learn and grow from this. So I'm not throwing the towel out with Jalen Hurts. No, sir. I'm willing to give him another year. But after next year, I mean, of course, this team should be about winning the championship and going all out. And if I see this same kind of garbage and we make the playoffs next year and we make this kind of exit, that means Jalen Hurts didn't learn nothing. And at that point, we need to start talking about quarterbacks. But I'm giving this man a D- from the game. And the only reason why it's not an F because he did show some kind of fight at the end. But at the same time, this is not an acceptable performance from any kind of quarterback I won in Philly. But at the same time, I'm willing to be patient with Jalen Hurts. So G- is what he's getting from me from this game.
Exactly. It's like y'all can't wait until 2023. Y'all can't wait for 2023. Y'all too impatient. Y'all can't wait until 2023. This is not a good draft class. What y'all want to do? Y'all throwing the kid out, make it because it was all of you, not you guys, but all of you in the chat saying that Jalen Hurts wouldn't have a job. He would be making hot dogs and hamburgers. And now y'all want to get rid of him and think some of these quarterbacks are going to do the same thing. The second, watch, because Trey and I know this, the second this quarterback, whoever it is, makes one bad pick, one bad throw, what in God's name y'all think y'all going to do? Huh? What in God's name y'all think y'all going to do? Because I've been to the link this year, the past couple of years. It takes one bad throw. What in God's name y'all think y'all going to do? Go ahead, Trey. What trade would you do? What trade would you do?
I mean, I feel like a lot of guys already had it set in their head that they didn't want to like Jalen Hurts. So, I mean, he just made it like 100% easier for them to rant and not like him. I mean, but at the end of the day, we didn't see dudes, man. That's like we call elite quarterbacks in this league struggle in the playoffs, struggle in their first playoff games. A lot of stuff. I mean, like y'all said, he has to get better though. He has to get better because that was a horrible performance, bro. A horrible performance. Like and then we seen a couple out of them this year, but we also seen some good games too. So I feel like it's stuff there to build off. It's a lot of stuff we could build off. Like I said, get him with a good quarterback coach or something. I mean, hit up what's Palmer brother name? Jared Palmer. Hit him up. Send Jalen Hurts over there. He done got a lot of quarterbacks right. There's a lot of stuff y'all can work on with this dude in the offseason, man. Like the arm is not bad. Like we seen him rock a couple passes. It's just He got to work on his arm talent, like Notion said. He got to work on his anticipation. Stop holding on to the football so long. Get it in your playmaker's hands. Let him make plays. And I seen a lot of times yesterday he tried to put on his cape when he didn't need to. Hand that football off to Miles Sanders. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown, bro. That dude don't even got the right angle on him for him to even make that tackle. Hand it off. You don't gotta be a superhero all the time. But I mean, I feel like he deserves another year. He definitely deserves another year. I mean, if y'all want to bring some competition in, do it. But I mean, I feel like he should be fighting for that starting job again next year. I'm gonna give him a D minus for this game though, because I didn't see him do nothing really well. I'm gonna give him a D minus for this game.
Mm-hmm. Bird Gang, I know this your boy, but go ahead and give a grade for him. I know it's your
Let me
boy.
find out you giving him an A, Bird Gang. You better not.
Jalen
Don't
Hurst
do it.
gets an A plus. Not just cap. Cap. You know what, man? Like I said all along, man. He had a bad game again. You know, worst time, bad game. I'll give him a solid D. You know, because I do not think the coaches put him in position to have a good game in the first place. And then yes, he did struggle on some passes. He made some passes too, though. It wasn't all bad, but definitely could have had a better game for sure. So he's definitely getting a D from me for this last game. But man, like I said, like everybody said, Jalen Hurst is that dude. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me. I want you guys to list more quarterbacks their first year started that freaking had better seasons. You know, you can think of most of all the greats, all the people that you guys want. You guys want Russell Wilson. Russell struggled when he first came out. Hell, Russell struggled this year, and he's been in the league for years. And Jalen had a better year than Russell, and he has more weapons and a better team. So you guys might want to calm down on what you're wishing for, because right now we got a solid young quarterback. You know, that can only go up from here. He's 23 years old. I promise you he's going to get better this offseason. I promise you. There's slim chance that Jalen goes down from here. You know what I'm saying? Most of the things we want him to do has to do with him learning systems, you know, learning, anticipating the throws, and learning the coverages. So as soon as he gets that down, you know, that might not come completely next year. You know, like I said, it takes quarterbacks years to develop. You know, 2-3 years before you can say that they're fully developed or they can't develop anymore. So, you know, for his first year, I think Jalen did a great job this year. He took us to the playoffs. He broke numerous records. You know, he was the first quarterback to do a lot of things this year. And I think everybody needs to stop, you know, hating on him and just realize that, you know, he does got room to grow. And that's a plus for us, because when he does grow, that's going to make him that much more of a dangerous quarterback, and our football team that much more better of a team. Like we said, man, don't worry about no quarterback. We got a backup. Gardner Minshew, he's still under contract. You know what I'm saying? If Gardner wants to start stumping into the coaches' office talking about he want to start, then guess what, Gardner? You got all off season to get ready for a training camp and battle it out. That's an open competition. You got two quarterbacks already on the roster. Let them battle it out. I think Hurst will win, but at least you gave him a fair shot, you know? And if Hurst doesn't win, I guess Gardner's that dude. We got Rocker Gardner. Whatever happens, you know? But both quarterbacks are already on the team. Don't use any draft capital. Don't use any assets to go try to get another quarterback, you know, unless you're picking up a quarterback in like the 5th or 6th round. You know what I'm saying? And let's develop this team. Let's put a team around them. You know, you need to have star receivers. You need to have an elite defense, you know what I'm saying, to play better teams. We beat the teams we're supposed to beat, and we even lost to a couple of teams we should have beat, you know what I'm saying, because our roster is not there. You know, we went against a better team yesterday, a way better team, better coach team, a better skill position team, everything, man. Hey, did we have a fighter's chance of winning it? Yes. If we would have stuck to our game plan and got us to the playoffs and ran the ball and kept Tom Brady off the field, would we have had a better chance? Yes. But those things didn't happen, and we took that L. So everybody got to realize we just got to take that L, move on to this offseason, and just hope that they get, you know, these picks right. Let's get these picks right. Let's get these free agents in here. Let's have a good football team next year.
But they don't hear me, though.
Real quick, man.
But they don't hear me, though.
Highlight this comment from Big Simple real quick. Salute to my guy, my Washington G up in here. Big Simple 422. My man says we lit in this thing. I can't even do it like my guy. But my man got the audacity to ask us, how about that L? y'all been on the couch eating corn chips and Fritos. We ain't got nothing to hear from no Washington fan asking us
Nope.
how our L feels. Because y'all ain't even make it to the dance. So we ain't trying to hear nothing from no Washington fan. I'm not hear nothing from no Giants fan. Hey, y'all hold y'all season L. Yeah, we gonna start playoff L right now. How about that?
All right, we swept
Exactly.
you guys. Y'all can't say nothing to us.
Who took a broom and swept
That's
you
all I
guys?
gotta say, Big Lit. That's all I gotta say.
Bro.
You shouldn't even
Hey,
be
they
talking
already
to us,
know the
man.
business.
We took a broom and we swept your butt, so sit your butt on down. Sit on down, cause I got this guitar for your head. Anyway, let me get on to the playmakers.
Now,
Devontae
maybe you guys
Smith,
need
I
to try
love
to get
you.
another pick and move up in the draft and get a new quarterback.
And then we
Last I
got
checked,
boys for
Jalen had
life.
a first.
Oh
Wait,
my
Jalen
boys,
has
God.
what
what
did he
Dak
say?
had, and Dak's been in the league
That's
for
what I'm saying.
years.
Y'all
What
need
are you
to
talking
trade
about?
y'all need to trade
What
your whole
happened?
draft and get another quarterback because he flaked on y'all yesterday. He flaked on y'all heavy.
See, this the
Hey,
disrespect here. We got boys for life cowboy content creators talking about Eagles going to trade 2 first-round picks to move up in the draft. You lying. You already know. Maybe that's
okay.
the move you hope y'all make in this coming draft. Y'all ain't got the
I
draft
know what you're
capital to
doing,
do
boys
it.
for life. I know what you're doing. You're only saying that because I know what Boys for Life doing. Don't think of why. Here's me out. This is why I think Boys for Life thinking. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to trade those 2 first-round picks to get a quarterback. The quarterback is going to struggle, per usual. And Dak Prescott, who I saw your video, you don't like Dak Prescott like I know you do. You don't like Dak Prescott, Boys for Life, because I saw that video. I saw the video. You don't like him. But Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys will be the only team all together now, all together and all build up so they can win the division. Nice try, Boys for Life. But you don't like Dak Prescott because I saw the video. I saw the video where you was driving in your car, arguing with your own fan base, talking about how you don't like Dak Prescott. You like him, but you don't think he's an elite quarterback. Because I don't want to mix your words right. You like Dak Prescott, but you don't think he's an elite quarterback. That's what you said. So let's move on to to the playmakers, because I love Devontae Smith. He deserved better. Quez, you deserve better. Goddard, you deserve better. Miles, even though your injuries sometimes, you deserve better. Jordan Howard, Boston Scott, you deserve better. But if Jalen Rager ain't off this dang team, I'm going to the NovaCare complex and I'm slapping the football out before I get arrested. If he ain't off the team, I want you and JJ cigarette out of my dang team. You have embarrassed my team and me and these 3 for the last time, and you wonder why we boo you. You wonder why we boo you. Oh, you want to know why? Because of stupid stuff like that. Get off the team. I swear, if Jalen Rager ain't off the team, I'm going to the NovaCare complex and I'm going to get arrested for hurting the guy. I'm telling you, I don't like him. I don't like him. You had 2 touchdown catches running your hand against the Giants and you missed it. And all these punt return stupidness, and you wonder why we boo you stinking. You're lucky I ain't trying to get Miss Bergame 31 copyrighted or off the air, because you lucky. You lucky. The playmakers, they did well somewhat. I'm going to give the running backs, I'm going to give them a D minus. Close. I'm going to give them a solid D. That goes for the running backs and tight ends and the wide receiver. If we're grading Jalen Rager, you're getting a big fat F.
Did you say
I'm not even
playmakers a
going to say the
B?
other letter. So you just getting an F. Rager. Everybody else get a solid D plus. I'll say D plus, close to a C minus. But
Oh,
go
just a
ahead,
game.
Dawson.
I mean, you being sweet. Hey, look, D. Nah, everybody getting a D minus today. Look. The regular, of course, is getting the F from me, and I don't even look. Look, one of the things we got to go and put in perspective with Jalen Rager. Again, this man didn't ask to be no first round pick. We knew this man Jalen wasn't no first round pick when we drafted him. So again, a lot of this pressure, hey, I think we just naturally put it on Jalen Reagor to perform as a number one. Now, I look at this coaching staff for some of Jalen Reagor's failings because again, why is this man even returning punts in the first place? We've been saying that as an Eagle organization. Get somebody else back there. Reagor is not it to be trying to handle no kind of punt or kickoff returns. But for whatever reason, this coaching staff didn't want to believe it, and they still put him out in a position, and we saw what happened. This man has no hands. I'm giving Nelson Aguilar vibes. But at the same time, I'd rather have Jalen Reagor on our team than J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. So, hey, look, if we're going to be getting rid of Jalen Reagor, JJ better be going with him for sure. And I'm telling you right now, that needs to be a focus in this coming draft. We need wide receivers. Everybody beyond Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and Quez Watkins, tons. Everybody can go. So, again, whole player, and I ain't cutting no kind of slack today on Miles Sanders. This was a huge game for Miles Sanders also. He needs to be here. And I'm looking at these totals. 7 carries for 16 yards? Are you serious? Look, listen, the Eagles can do better by running back midi approach, apparently. So it looks like Miles Sanders is borderline expendable, and I ain't going to be sad if he goes either. So, listen, there's going to be a lot of overhaul changes this year. I'm not going to be shocked if the Eagles try to trade Miles Sanders. Y'all hearing it now, because again, I don't see the value of him being here if he can be successful with a 3-4 running back rotation. So, again, this whole playmaking sad for all playmakers. I'm giving him a D-. It was garbage. Beyond some of the small flashes we saw, some small catches from Quez Watkins, everything else was trash. Devontae Smith, you don't need to tell me we can't scheme to get our number one playmaker open in a playoff game? That's on coaching also. But again, all playmakers game, getting a D- for me. Ain't nothing sweet today. Everybody on the borderline is B- to Fs.
Yeah, before I pass it to the other guys, I'll give them a D-, only because I didn't see outside Devontae Smith and Quez, like we didn't even scheme that. You got a Heisman Trophy winner, number one overall pick, and you don't even give him the ball to the fourth quarter, and you wonder why he's sitting in the sidelines arguing with people. That is disrespectful. That is utterly disrespectful to a former Heisman Trophy winner. Why'd you draft him then? If this was what you was going to do, why draft him? But
Hey,
yeah,
let
I'm
me
like,
ask you something, Trey Rock. Hey, real quick, do you think
I'll give him a D- though.
we're all screaming for Devontae Smith to get the ball? I mean, was he getting covered like that? I mean, maybe it wasn't open. Maybe Devontae Smith, I think there were some opportunities there, but at the same time, I mean, he is the best receiver on our team. So if the Bucs were smart, bracket coverage this man, you know what I'm saying? But I really didn't see that. I saw times where Devontae Smith was open, but was it a coverage thing? Maybe they just, put the clamps on Devontae Smith.
It definitely wasn't a coverage thing. They was playing 10 yards off this dude all game. That's a Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurst problem. They was going away from him. Bro.
I feel like they tried to make Reagor to start a game.
I don't know why.
Because they didn't even really throw the football to Reagor either. So it was like, Dallas Goedert had 10 targets. So it was just it's a Jalen Hurts thing and a Nick Sirianni thing, bro. If you see your quarterback, you see the matchup is there, you tell your quarterback in the huddle, yo, look for Devontae first. It was. I felt like this game was too big for Jalen Hurts, bro. This game was too big for Jalen Hurts. He wasn't thinking rational. He only saw what was in front of him. He really didn't try to make no reads or nothing. It was like, if it ain't in front of you, then it ain't there. So, Smith was open all game, and I don't understand why we wait till the fourth quarter to try to get him involved. It didn't make sense at all, but, it's bad coaching. But for the skill players, I'm gonna give him a D-. I gotta give him a D-, man, because they was a part of this horrible offense that we put out on this field for the first 3.5 quarters. Then we decided to do something. I can't cut nobody no slack. I know Dallas Goddard had an okay game, but he could have did better. We could have got Devontae Smith the ball more. We could have got Quez the ball more. We could have ran power football yesterday because the way they was attacking us, bro, this all they was doing. If they had a slot or safety, they bringing both of them off the edge, so Jalen Hurst can't run that read option stuff. So why keep running it? Why keep running it? Line up power football. You can't make it work. You can't make it work. But at least you got to try it. The first time we ran actual power football is when Boston Scott scored that touchdown. It was like everything was all trying to be pretty read option, run pass option, dropping Jalen Hurts back 7 steps. Like that's not how we win football games. So I'm gonna give him a D minus. I'm giving everybody a D minus.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a D minus too. Because okay, if Ray, I better see. I don't know if it's this week, next week, or before we get to free agency. I better see Jalen Rager gone from this team. I'm tired of looking at him. I'm tired of hearing about him. I'm tired of him blocking all the comments and being a little baby because you getting butthurt for all these comments. Hey, genius, here's an idea, and it's a smart job. You know what you need to do? Catch the dang ball and do your god dang ever-loving job. That's how we cheer you. You be stupid and miss balls that could have been a touchdown. You get booed. And why is everybody supporting Jalen Rager? I get it because it's a team thing. It's a team. He missed a couple of balls against the Giants. You could have been what 10-7, 10-7. You might have played the Rams. You might have played the Rams and Matt Stafford's interception throw himself instead of the GOAT. But no, Jalen Rager. I'm tired of Jalen Rager, so I'm a change my grade to D minus as well. This ain't the only rant I got. Trust me, trust and believe. But go ahead, Bergang.
No, man, I'm gonna stick with you guys. D minus. You know, they weren't doing nothing really. You know what I'm saying? But I think I almost want to give them a D because, like I said before, like play calling matters. You know what I'm saying? Schemes matter, and none of them were schemed up right. You know what I'm saying? Even Sirianni came out and said, I should have schemed up plays for, Devontae in the first half of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a coaching flaw. Like, everybody's always quick, like, why didn't Jalen go to him? Well, if you're the third progression in your thing, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't even have the time to make it to that third progression. So, like I said, it is what it is. These guys, it was a horrible game yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, they showed no fight at all on offense, and they look pathetic out there. So, no one can get a good grade. They get that D minus.
I just want to say this real quick because, again, I wasn't really not, and I get why we did it, but I was not a fan of resting starters before we jump into the playoffs. As we see, we still look like we was resting until the third quarter. So, again, I don't like that approach. Next year, if we in that same kind of situation.
Just to play a winning football team before you went to the playoffs. The last 3 wins were against garbage teams. Washington, and the Giants. Those teams are trash. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to prepare you for a Tom Brady champion type team. You know, like you said, we should have definitely probably played them. Even if we only played them in the first half, just so they can feel something about a good football team against them. We went on a long streak of playing crappy football teams.
Yeah, that again, I just didn't like the approach with that. We saw exactly how slow and sluggish, and I mean, we looked lethargic out there the first half. We didn't look like we would know what we was doing. I mean, we forgot how to scheme. I mean, where are the plays with creativity where we got maybe like Jordan Howard, in the backfield along next side to Miles Sanders or something like that. We ain't see none of that. Jordan Howard did a touch, a whole handoff the whole game. That is depressing. That is sad. This forgot how to run the ball. Boston Scott only got one carry the whole game. Only got one carry. They trash. Like, we depended on Miles Sanders for whatever reason. It was lost how to scheme a game. So, again, the playmakers didn't do anything to help the case with trying to put points on the board. And again, the scheme was trash. So yeah, that's exactly what we look at. Straight up,
And I didn't think Howard was healthy. I think just like the week last year, Howard was out with that stinger for 6 weeks. I don't think he was healthy because last week when he tried to come back to play, he wasn't healthy. And a whole another week probably didn't help him. That would have been like 4 or 5 weeks again. He was 6 weeks last time on a stinger. I don't even think he was healthy to even go like that.
Yeah, I ain't buying that one, bro. Again, I ain't buying that one, bro. This man suited up. He wasn't on no injury report. I ain't trying to hear that.
Last week and he was garbage.
Hey, look, I mean,
ran the ball like one time last week.
Last week when we was resting starters? Or are you talking about the week before that?
No, last week. He played in the Dallas game.
Again, this man had 0 carries.
Not there. That's Howard for you.
If Howard couldn't play, Howard need to say something to the coaches. I'm still hurt. Stick me out this game, coach, so we can move somebody like Jason Huntley or somebody that was productive in the game last week to do something. I ain't buying that Jordan Howard was hurt. Look, again, he wasn't on an injury report. This man ain't getting no kind of carries all game. I don't know why. The only target Howard got this game was as a receiver, out the backfield trying to catch the ball. So again, the scheme was trash. We didn't even try to run this man in a playoff game. That's disrespectful. Again, I'm looking at the
good, right?
So,
right.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Okay. Offensive line, because the whole offense, we already know we're getting them all D- and Fs, of course. So the whole offensive line, I'm gonna miss Jason Kelce, even though he made those 2 bad, controversial calls.
Bro, them blocks was clean, bro. Them blocks was clean. They was holding us in that game.
Get that D- as well.
First John Mayman fell down on his own. All Kelce did was like touching, for real. All he did was touching. He fell down, flared his arms like this, and they called a flag. They called a bullcrap deal on Derek Barnett. Derek Barnett barely touched Tom Brady. He barely touched him. But I mean, that's not why we lost the game. I just hate when we go up against Brady though, because they always giving them bullcrap calls.
I mean, that's they're gonna protect the GOAT. Like they had the flag ready. As soon as you come close to Brady, they throwing that. So I mean, we knew that coming into the game. We knew the officiating crew. I think they were like one of the highest top, referees in the game to throw the roughing the passer flags. So we knew that coming in, and we know we got, they're gonna protect Tom Brady. Please believe that. If there's any quarterback in the league that the refs are gonna protect, it's gonna be Tom Brady. So again, if that don't take, I still think Derek Barnett's a dirty player. I don't see him being here next year either. So, yeah, I ain't buying that one either. That man shouldn't have even sniffed on, he should have hit Brady, but, I mean, it is what it is. You should have knew the refs was going to throw that.
He pulled up on him, bro. He pulled up on him.
He should have just blasted him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You already hit the man. Just go and go full straight through.
Yeah.
Exactly. Man, I don't like Derek Barnett, but I'm going to get to him in a bit. Offensive line. I'll let y'all go first. Notre Dame, what grade would y'all give the offensive line?
Offensive line, look.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get a whole O-line. Let me see. I'll give them a D. You know what I'm saying? Nothing impressive at all. We saw a whole bunch of penalties. I ain't going to say they're the reason why, they lost this game for us. But, yeah, penalties killed us. Jason Kelce, again, I know a lot of that. It was flopping out there. Call it what y'all want to call it. Some of those plays wasn't holding. Oh, they was flopping.
Like hell.
They was selling it for the camera.
Hand it to him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But at the same time, again, like I can't, I'm not going to sit here and put all the struggles on the O-line, but we saw better days from them. But they didn't put in the same performance box that everybody else getting. I'm going to at least get them a D just because, we how much yards we put 5 total? That's still, I ain't with that because we know we're a much better running team. So I ain't giving them no slack either. They get a D. That's probably about the highest grade I'm giving on offense today.
Blue City Empire Sport. You have no reason to talk because you're a Giants fan. You're a Giants fan. You have no reason to talk. You got eliminated a couple of weeks ago. We was in the playoffs. Show some respect. Yeah, we got eliminated, but you got no reason to talk. You fired your general manager, your head coach. You are bad organization. You don't even know what you're going to do with Danny. Sit your $5 at them before I make some change. So you
And
got
y'all
no
better
reason
not
to
grab
talk.
Dougie P. If
If
Dougie
you
P go
grab
over there,
Dougie P, if you got Dougie P, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. Let's
Oh
see.
yeah,
He
I'm gonna
said,
be salty on that. I'm gonna be
yeah,
salty
just
if that
because
happens.
I know,
ain't y'all
just
picking
because
like top 5? Why you even
There
yeah,
you
saying
they
go.
shit?
top 5 in the draft. Yeah,
They got 2
just,
first-round picks too.
Y'all picking like top. Y'all might be top 3. I don't know. I don't remember.
Giants got 2
I gotta
first-round
look at that.
picks.
Y'all
Yeah,
yeah,
suck,
Giants. I think
bro.
they're top
They
five
got the
pick.
Bears pick and their pick.
yeah. So
Damn,
you got no
this
reason
like
to
y'all
talk.
5th time in 6 years y'all picked like top 5. And y'all still trash. That don't make no sense, bro. That don't
Yeah,
make no
why are you
sense.
talking? Why is Washington? Unless you're a Dallas Cowboy
And y'all
fan?
the worst. Washington, oh my God. We not even gonna get
Unless
into
you're
y'all
a
today.
Dallas Cowboy fan, keep your dang mouth shut. I mean, Dallas Cowboys lost, and we have the right to laugh at them and vice versa. But if you're a Giant and Washington fan, keep your dang mouth shut. Y'all got no room to talk.
Can't talk to the big
You
boys.
no room. But
Yeah,
go
y'all
ahead,
to
Trey.
the
What
back of the
grade?
line.
Exactly. Offensive line, Trey. What grade would you give them?
Offensive line, I'm gonna give them a solid D for the day. I don't feel like they did horrible, but they really I don't feel like we used them how we should have used them today. They was playing a lot of pass coverage, pass protection and stuff like that. When
They
that's
have a lot
not
of
really their game.
backups.
So I'm gonna give. I gotta give them a bad grade because that whole offense looked horrible yesterday. So I'm gonna give them a solid D.
Yep, Bird Gang.
I go with the D. Because I didn't even know when Lane Johnson left the game, but he left the game early, and he was out the rest of the game. LaRaven Clark played most of that game at right tackle, and then Opeta. I don't know when Herbert left the game or if he even started the game, but Herbert was out, and Opeta played most of guards. So, I don't know what happened in those situations. I thought Lane started the game, didn't he? And then midway through the second, I didn't see him no more. So those are also adjustments. The reason probably why the offense didn't play that well. People always be like, well, the line held up a little bit, but when you're a backup, it's always different from having a starter in there. And when you're going against a playoff team, you need your starters in. So I'm gonna give these guys a D. They could have been worse, but they did. They're not failing.
A
See,
snapback judge. I understand that you want the Sean Watson, but you do realize he got no trade clause, right?
John
He's
Watson
no,
not
we
doesn't
ain't
want
get
to
waiving.
even
Watson.
play football.
He's not waiving his no trade clause. A no trade clause, for anyone that don't know, a no trade clause means Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson gets to pick where they get traded to. It's not the organization. It's not the general manager. It's not the owner. It's not the head coach. It ain't none of the play. It's Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson. Now, ask me again before I move on to Nick Sirianni.
And
Do
he's
you
actually
really
gonna
think?
go wherever Flores go. I heard they're having a nice little, Broham going there. And Flores might even go to the Texans. And if he goes to the Texans, he's gonna stay there and be a Texans quarterback still. So
And so, in other words, from what I heard from Bird Game 31, that basically says, sorry, he ain't waving it for us. Neither is Russ. I mean, you really think Sierra wants to come all this? I mean, sure, Philadelphia bright
Russ
lights
had
been
a
sick.
worse year with more talent. Worst year with more talent. Why? How is that an upgrade?
Exactly.
And he's been in the league for years.
But they don't
This
hear you,
guy
though.
had his first year start. I don't see that as an upgrade. Russell Wilson. You guys just want to go off name if you're putting him out there because he had a
But yeah,
It's
worse year with
definitely an
better talent.
upgrade, but we could sit here and say it's not, but it's definitely an upgrade.
How? He had more talent. He
It's
should do something
definitely an
this year.
upgrade. But it's pointless
Jalen
at
Hurts
this
was a
point
third
because
string
we don't got
overall
the team
quarterback
around him to win a
this
Super
year.
Bowl. So
Facts.
you bringing Russ here for all that money, losing draft picks for what? You might as well just build around your starting quarterback. Put some dogs around him. Even if he have a bad game like this, you still go win some of them joints. If Hurt's not playing like Superman, we not winning football games. So, I mean,
but they don't hear you, though.
it
But they
is
don't
what
hear
it
you,
is.
though. But they don't hear you, though.
That's one of the things too, y'all. And we already know this game is all about momentum. And I'm kind of with like I'm a 007 on some of this stuff. I mean, look, honestly, we had a chance in this game. Y'all may not believe it, but I was really starting to believe we could have made something happen until that muffed punt. That muffed punt from Jalen Reagor killed everything we had. I mean, straight up took the absolute wind out. So again, this narrative might be different if we would have made that drive, if we would have recovered the ball, at least and gave, at least had another opportunity to hit the end zone. It could have been a different result. But that muff punt, that changed the whole momentum of the whole game, which now everybody looked like trash because of that whole thing. So again, hey, momentum is huge. I understand that 007. I really thought we was going to possibly make that kind of comeback, but that sealed the momentum during that muff punt. That was disgusting.
Yeah, man.
I don't even think it was that notion. You gotta think back to this. Remember that drive right before the half where they caught the interception when Hurst saw Devontae Smith late and he waited till the safety came over there. We caught the interception. That's what really killed it, because if you think about it, we score right there, we get the ball back and score again. It's 14-17. Now we put the pressure on the Bucks again, but we went into the half 17-0 because of two bad plays. Took us into the half 17-0. And it was over from there. The muff punt really ain't changed no momentum because we wasn't going to do nothing anyway. We wasn't making no noise on offense, period. So, I mean, I know everybody just hate Reagor, and that's going to be one of the causes they're going to say, but him muffing that punt ain't had nothing to do with the outcome of this game. We couldn't score them dudes, period. So,
people that say that, like, this one thing, I don't like when you say he sucks. You can say Jalen Hurst had an average year. You can say he's not elite. I think he had a good year, not great. But I'll even say you can say average year. But you cannot say a man that was by the NFL 13th overall. It says Jalen Hurst, 13th overall. You cannot say this guy, when there's 32 starting quarterbacks in the league, sucks. You know what I'm saying?
That's hating.
13th overall. His first year starting. That means there was 18 other quarterbacks that played shittier than he did.
But at the same time, every last one of those quarterbacks, there's only going to be one quarterback at the end of this year that's going to have a prideful, happy season. So it is what it is. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts, he's got a lot of work to do, and he clearly ain't ready for no kind of playoff Super Bowl run, period, right now. So off to the offseason. But to say this man is just trash, I mean, come on now. If that's the case, Dak is trash. Who else lost just this weekend? Was it Matt Jones trash? Derek Carr's trash. Everybody. But no, that ain't what we're looking at. Those quarterbacks at least got their teams to compete for the dance. Listen, I mean, there's only going to be one quarterback that's going to be happy at the end of the season regardless. So, hey, look, I'm not over here going to sit here and accept that Jalen Hurts is trash just because he laid an egg in the playoffs. Yeah, we saw that. But at the same time, there's going to be some other quarterbacks that's going to lay some eggs also, and we ain't going to be hearing nothing about them being trash. So stop with Jalen Hurts.
That's way better. He didn't show it yesterday.
If that's better, hold on, because we gotta get to coaching. We gotta get to Nick Sirianni, and I know we gotta get to Nick Sirianni. But look, if that's better, he would have moved on to face Tampa Bay, right? Right? If Dak Prescott's better, he would have went on to move on to face Tampa Bay. So, how is he better? And he lost to Jimmy G.
Yeah,
bro, Dak lost that game for him, bro.
Goes back up.
Dak lost that game for him.
Had 7 points before the fourth quarter, making some bad throws. Him and Mike McCarthy don't even know clock management, man. And y'all blaming the referees, throwing stuff, having fights. But yeah, Dak's better. Okay. He's sitting on the couch with Jalen Hurts. He's sitting on the couch with Jalen Hurts.
Exactly.
He's sitting on the couch with Jalen Hurts.
Doug, I know y'all. And look here. Tell y'all something about y'all's quarterback, Dak Prescott. We saw how this man gives it up under pressure. Again, the reason why y'all lost y'all's game, y'all need to be looking at y'all's quarterback too. Because at the same time, this man ain't got no situational awareness. I don't know why he was running the ball at the end of the game. So, hey, y'all's quarterback, I believe Jalen Hurts is going to have a higher ceiling than Dak. Dak's already reached reached his ceiling, and it ain't good enough. So y'all sit on that in Dallas. Hey, look, he's not a pressure quarterback, but I'm not gonna call him trash. Like, hey, look, I know a lot of people calling Jalen Hurst trash. I ain't gonna call Dak trash, but I know he is not no pressure quarterback. He ain't taking y'all to the promised land either. So y'all need to rebuild. Y'all talking about we need to pick another quarterback. Y'all need to be looking yourselves in the mirror. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Another thing, did y'all even run the ball? Did y'all even give Zeke the ball? What about
Every
Tony
time they gave
Pollard?
Zeke the ball, Zeke got stuck.
And yet y'all want to come up here and talk. And we good with the cap and with 3 first-round picks. Isn't Dak and Zeke and Coop and Mari Cooper and all these other guys eating up y'all cap? And y'all picking 24th? That's low. That's low. I mean, that's hot. That's something. But that's y'all problem. That ain't ours. Nick Sirianni, let's get to you before we get to the defense. Nick Sirianni, and I want to say, well, that was your worst play call. I'll be real with you. That was your worst play call. What in God's name was you doing? What in God's name was you doing? That was bad. And I know you're coming back here, but if you gotta fix whatever it is you gotta fix. You gotta get a quarterback coach to fix my boy Jalen Hurts. You gotta get a defense coordinator because Jonathan Gannon absolutely sucks. I'll get to your stupid self in a bit, Jonathan Gannon, with your job coaching habit. Nick Sirianni, you get an F. I'm sorry, I don't want to, but I got to because you played. You didn't put Jalen Hurts in the best position to succeed. You barely gave Miles Sanders, I don't know, 3 carries. Where the heck was Jordan Howard? I saw Devontae Smith open in the end zone, and you didn't even throw the ball to him. I mean, that's your Heisman Trophy winner. Don't be like, that's disrespectful. That's why you're getting the F. And I swear, listen, Jalen Reagor better be off the team. And don't you ever, if he even sniff this team again, don't you ever give him the ball again. He better be a practice squad player. If not, he better be released.
Was good when Zeke was good, and after they picked up Coop and Lamb. Before that, Dak was suspect too. You know what I'm saying? He was.
Exactly.
Zeke ran that team when Zeke got paid.
Cowboy fans, y'all mad today. I get it. Y'all
and they
mad
had to go
mad.
get more receivers. Like we had 3 number 1 receivers on our roster, I bet you Hurts numbers will look better this year.
Y'all mad, Cowboy fans. Y'all mad.
Put on Kibo Jinx tweet real quick. I just want to address this real quick because he's an Eagles fan, and I respect it. I think it was a Kibo Jinx 23. My man says, I love my Eagles, but come on, y'all, Dak is right now is the better QB. That's like saying if we won against the Bucks, then Hurts is better than Brady. No, that ain't what I'm saying. Look, and I'll address it right now. Dak, yes, right now, throughout his development, he has a better arm talent, I'd say, than Jalen Hurts right now. But that's because he's had more time to develop as a quarterback. Jalen Hurts, this is his 2nd year. These are things he's got to learn and develop. So Dak, in my opinion, has already hit his ceiling. Jalen is still scratching the surface. So again, I'm not buying this whole Dak is better than Jalen. Maybe right now, development-wise, but we're about to see that tide change real soon. And again, Dak is not a pressure quarterback. I don't care what none of y'all tell me. That game did nothing of no kind of importance since he's been in Dallas for all that time and all that talent he has. Give Jalen Hurts same kind of weaponry, and we don't have that discussion. I'm not sitting here slurping this Kool-Aid that Jalen Hurts is that far off from Dak Prescott. Because in my opinion, he's right there, and he'll be catching up come next year.
Exactly. And if Dak Prescott was an elite quarterback, he would have taken y'all to the Super Bowl. What happened? Let's see, 2016 season. Let's see, Atlanta Falcons, Patriots. 2017 season, Tom Brady, Philadelphia Eagles. 2018 season, Rams, Patriots. 2019 season, 49ers, Chiefs. 2020 season, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, Chiefs. 2021 season. It ain't all. It ain't us. Well, if Dak's this great, why ain't he in the, I just said in the NFC, I said Atlanta Falcons, I said Philadelphia Eagles, I said Rams, I said 49ers, I said Buccaneers. I'm sorry, I didn't hear no Dak, no Cowboys, no nothing. 11 playoff appearances, zero NFC championships in the suit and a Super Bowl since 1995. That's 26 to 27 years. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. But Notion Gang, if you want to address Cowboy fans, you can while talking about Nick Sirianni greater.
I don't know. Let me go and put it out there for Nick Sirianni. Again, he just like everybody else, he getting a D minus from me.
Yeah.
There's one person we gonna get to that. He's getting that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give out one F for today. But look, D minus. I'm gonna give Sirianni the D minus. Again, I'm not sure why we always want to wait until the fourth quarter, sort of all of a sudden get creative and start trying to figure out how to scheme people open. We didn't do none of that at the start of this game. So Sirianni's getting a D minus from me. Again, look, this man reverted back to what we were in the very beginning of the season. Because, I mean, look at it. Jalen Hurst throwing 43 times. What kind of a recipe was that anywhere in any of our wins? It wasn't. We forgot how to run the ball. I look at the coach on that. In the biggest game of his stage, he laid an egg. He's still learning and developing. So that's the only reason why I'm not going to give him an F. But he's getting a D minus today for sure.
Exactly. Trigger?
Oh, we agreeing Sirianni, right?
Yep, that's next.
Siri.
Yep.
I'm gonna give him the same grade I gave everybody else. He gonna have to get a D minus.
Yep.
Yeah, it ain't really too much to explain. We didn't already talk about it. It's like Nick, he choked, he froze. That's what he did. He choked up. The moment was too big for him. Young quarterback, young coach. It happens sometimes, man. Let's see what happened in year 2. I'm not too upset. I'm not as upset as everybody else is, man.
Yeah, hey, Blue City Empire, are you defending Daniel Jones? The reason we're defending Jalen Hurst, we're not defending Jalen Hurst today.
He gave him a bad grade.
We gave him a bad grade. What the heck you talking about? We're not defending him. We're saying there's no other option at quarterback, genius. Gardner Minshew ain't it. Drafting a quarterback ain't it. Aaron Rodgers is a league MVP 2 times. And Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson got no trade clause. Huh? That you really think any of them gonna happen? Howie Roseman gets himself another quarterback in the draft, or waste those 3 first-round picks on those 2, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, or Aaron Rodgers, and don't fix this defense, but fix it in the free agency with banged up, bad, crazy defensive linemen who are hurt. Then Howie Roseman got to go. This is Howie Roseman's mess when it comes to Jalen Hurst. You picked him when you had $128 million quarterback who, messed up the last couple of times, but he beat Cowboys with practice squad players. It's Howie Roseman's mess, okay? So look at me, Eagle fans. It's Howie Roseman's mess when it comes to Jalen Hurst. He has to succeed or Howie Roseman's gone. Yes, he has a final year of his contract, but we all know Jeff Lurie going to just hand him another contract. And if Jalen Hurst don't succeed, he's gone. Burgate 31, go ahead and grade Nick Sirianni. You people
I give Nick Sirianni F plus. You know,
oh, he getting an F plus. Okay,
F plus.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like he
Spicy.
almost made it to D for that last little whatever he did at the end of the game. But man, that was horrible, man. You started out the game wrong, like they said. You went back to your old ways. You called a garbage game. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're the number 1 rushing team. You know, you need to go run the ball. You know, and everybody was like, well, the 8-man box thing. But who cares? That means you're just scared as a coach. Because who cares? Don't you think when we went on that big old streak of like 5 straight games of 250 that none of those teams had 8-man boxes and we still ran on them? You know, that's just scare talk to me. You know, we should have ran up the middle, up the gut, you know, pounded via in that middle, you know, and handled our business as the number 1 rushing team in the league. We already beat the number 1 rushing defense team. So it's like you should have came in there scared. You abandoned the run way too fast in the game. And, you know, it cost us big.
Hey, real quick. I just want to throw this out there because this is all part of the Sirianni stuff too. Because I need to know who drew up those kind of schemes. Because I saw several plays out there from our wide receivers when they were running routes. Where was the separation? Why we got two wide receivers like running the same out route right next to each other? It looked like. No, that's a coaching issue. Again, that was trash. So yeah, again, I just have to put it out there. Nick Sirianni, he's a learning coach. He's still got some things he got to figure out. Some of them routes out there I was watching that last game. I mean, we had like two wide receivers, running directly next to each other. That was trash, gang. That was absolute trash, and that was looking at the coaching. So yeah, he got to take a big part of this today.
Exactly, man. Let's get to the defense side of the ball. Jonathan Gannon, I'm gonna start with you because the defense players they'll be last before we wrap up the show. Because next week we'll talk about the do's and don'ts and who needs to be here and who doesn't next. So that's what we'll do next week on the show, and then we'll just move along in the off season and we'll bring some people. We might bring a Super Bowl champ fan. We might be bringing a whole lot of people in. We might be. I mean, because Berg ain't 31. He brings E-Rock. He bring everybody. So maybe he can hook up the line because that's my brother E-Rock. So salute to you, E, and salute to Gail, man. How do you know all these people, man?
The same way y'all know, man. Twitter.
Exactly. So let's get to Jonathan Gannon, man. You get a big fat F. There's no explaining why. You just do. But if you want me to explain, it's real simple. What was that? What was that? Congratulations, slow clap. A bunch of sacks on the go. Congratulations. The final score, what I saw was 31-15. You still gave the GOAT 31 points with no Chris Godwin, with no Leonard Fournette, with no AB. 31 points is what you gave the GOAT. That is unacceptable. And what pisses me off is how in God's name are you getting coaching jobs? You don't deserve a dang thing but being on the street with Red Guard, Derek Barnett, and J.J. Whiteside. You don't deserve a dang job. You really don't. Fletcher Cox said he wants to be here, so that's on the organization. But all in all, look, Jonathan Gannon, you get an F. I don't want you. There's some people on this team that I don't want on here. There's a lot of players that I do, but Jonathan Gannon is not one of them. If you get a coaching job, go mess up another team's defense for all I care. F. I'll get to the players last before we wrap up. But go ahead, Notion. Go talk about Jonathan Gannon.
All right, just real quick. Off subject here. I got to salute. Hey, hold on. Don't put it up there. We look like Jalen Rager has entered the building. He said, "What's up, everybody? Not your hands, Jalen Rager."
Exactly. No. Get off.
Big salute. Hey,
I don't want to see you. Get off my show. Get off my show.
He had to pull up on us. All right. So I'm going to give Jonathan Gannon, I agree, I'm giving him an F. And the reason why I'm giving him an F, and it's not, I understand we played against the GOAT, Tom Brady. I expect for him, if any quarterback got us up, it was going to be Tom Brady. But again, I do not like this scheme that we are running. This soft zone coverage, playing, the linebackers look like they're clueless out there on the field. I mean, we got Mike Evans out here pretty much making Slay look like he's an incompetent cornerback. That's because we ain't got no kind of tight coverage on him. Again, we knew, and listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even know who their running back was, but Keyshawn, Vaughn, or whoever. Why was this man running all up on and down us during the game? A lot of this stuff, again, I think is because of this soft zone coverage scheme. We're so focused on not letting, the big play go over the top. That makes it easy for quarterbacks like Tom Brady to just quickly get the ball out and dot us up. We all know what's coming. I didn't see Jonathan Gannon do anything different this game. This man never blitzes. He don't do that but send, four every time. And that's another issue I think we'll address soon enough. Our line, we need to address that. Put some resources on our D line. But look, Jonathan Gannon, I'm done with this man. I think we need a new defensive coordinator up in here come next year. I don't know why this man's getting job offers, honestly, but if that's the case, I hope somebody fires him. Get him out of here. We need a new refresh on the defensive side of things. Steve, this year was trash. Kool-Aid of, us being like the top 10 defense, that was trash because we was playing against sorry quarterbacks. So I don't like this team. You gotta get him out of here. Take your F with you. That's how I'm getting this year.
Exactly. After you get rid of Jonathan Gannon, hire a defensive coordinator that know how to do his job and draft some pieces that know what the heck to do. Keep Darius Slay, keep Avante Maddox, keep Ronnie McLeod, keep Sweat. Salute to Josh Sweat, man. I hope you feeling better. Keep Brandon Graham. I know he's getting old in age, but man, I love Brandon Graham.
Wow. Hey, look, honestly, though, I think Swartz ain't really. Look, Swartz might have did a little better, I think, in this game. We would have got some pressure, I think, and did some different stuff. But, yeah, that's terrible. My man said, get rid of Gannon. Let's get Swartz back.
Swartz was horrible, too, bro. That's the crazy part.
He was trash, too.
I want someone that's never been.
I mean, in the Super Bowl, you gave Tom Brady 32 points. So, Jonathan Gannon, like, what? No, not Jonathan Gannon, Jim Swartz. What? If it wasn't for Brandon Graham, who I really want back, I want Brandon Graham to be a defense coordinator, to be honest with you, because come on now, it's Brandon freaking Graham. And that's just my opinion.
Huh? Give me Todd Bowles or something. I like what the Bucs was doing out there. Give me Todd Bowles or even what was it on the Niners? D'Amico Ryans. That man out there doing his thing.
I'll take Brian Flores.
There's a lot of talent out there. Yeah, absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Like there's a talent pool of D coordinators out there. Gannon ain't it. I'm sorry.
What's that dude from Minnesota, the DC? They said they let him
you
go.
Talking about I know you talking about too.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, hire somebody. But yeah, Trey, what grade would you give Jonathan Gannon?
For this game, I gotta give Jonathan Gannon. I'm gonna give him a C. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't give him no F, bro. I'm gonna explain to y'all why. We held that Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense to 17 points through like damn near 4 quarters. No. I mean, they start scoring at the end.
For like 2.5 quarters.
If you no, it wasn't 2.5. It was after halftime because we went in it.
They were at 24 points in the third.
They ain't score again until after Rager muffed that punt. It was 17-0 and still at that point. At the
beginning of the third quarter.
That wasn't at the beginning. It was like closer to the end. But you hold Tom Brady to 17 points at home through damn near 3 quarters. Your offense can't generate nothing. Your defense on the field all game. How is y'all blaming that on Gannon? That's what I don't understand. That's what I understand. If y'all already hate this dude, it's cool. But this game right here, y'all can't blame that on Jonathan Gannon. Because he kept this score as close as he could. But there's only so many times you're going to stop Tom Brady, especially when you're starting from the 40-yard line. Bad punts. Our offense can't even get past the 20-yard line, 25-yard line. That's not a Gannon problem. I mean, you can hold them up for as long as you want to hold them up, but I mean, at the end of the day, our offense sucked yesterday. It sucked bad.
That's true.
So the real question then would be, Trey, would you bring this man back next year? I need to know that from you, my guy. You making a call?
I'll try him again. I'm not even gonna lie because y'all want to try Jalen Hurts again. Y'all want to try Nick Sirianni again.
We got linebackers.
Why not give Gannon another run? I'm cool with it. If we don't keep him, we don't keep him. If we do, we do. It don't really matter to me. But
I'm gonna say
he's still a first year defensive coordinator, just like Sirianni, a first year head coach. Sirianni looked like buns at the beginning of the season. It was stretches where Gannon was his defense was holding his team together. So,
bro, see, that's what I'm saying. That's the fake delusion, bro. Because listen, Nick Sirianni, we saw development. We saw him continuously get better, right? I guess y'all can say that about Gannon. Yeah, the stats look good when we was playing these sorry teams. I mean, he was getting better. But when the true test came out, look, when we got to go up against a team that's truly going to get the ball out on us, we didn't even try to adjust. It's like we just was okay with Tom Brady. Like, yeah, we're going to go out here with this soft zone scheme. We know Brady's going to run us up, but we're going to stay in it just to try to at least make the stats look good and make it look like, I mean, Brady's going to get his regardless, so we might as well just go out here and lay down. No, that ain't the mentality I want on defense. We ain't never had that in Philly until Gannon. Sports ain't even have us looking soft like that. I mean, we at least blitzing people, come out there looking physical with some kind of physically toughness. Not with Gannon, working extra coverage soft, and I don't like it. So yeah, again, I mean, I understand it. I know what you're saying. We got to give him another year chance, just like Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. But nah, you see competitive scheme issue, I'm not buying the philosophy, so I'm done with that garbage. So get this soft zone shell coverage garbage out of Philly. Over here, we need to bring some pressure. That's all
Damn, I
I'm
look
saying.
tired and sad.
He just came from a party.
And that's
He just
facts.
came from a party.
The reason why I do give him a bad grade, he's getting a D- from me, because he did second half play better. But the thing about it is, the thing I stress the most is our defense played that way the last 5 weeks of the season. That was the number one thing everybody was talking about we can't do coming to the game. So regardless if it's Tom Brady, the Jets held Tom Brady from scoring. Hell, the Saints beat him 9-0. So it's not that big of a deal. They have more weapons there. This team came in without AB, without Godwin, without Fournette, without Wolves, their best tackle over there. He was out the first quarter. Their center left a little bit, and you can't scheme up nothing to stop Evans and Gronk, who the only two people you knew you had to stop. You couldn't stop them at all. No, man. You're not getting
And then
no
that
pass from
whole
me.
line got
They
depleted,
did
bro.
conduct us down the field just like they did the last time, And we said we couldn't let them get up. They got up early. 17 points basically came in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? So that was already you're done pretty much. Now you're praying for the offense to come back and do something. That already put our
I just
offense in
like,
mode
I
where
just like, I
they
just like
felt
how
like they couldn't run
passionate
the
y'all
ball
is
no
about
more
this
because we're
defense
already
right
down
now.
17
But
nothing.
when we
You
was
got to make
talking about
stops on those
offense,
plays.
everybody was
You
like,
said the
oh,
40-yard line. That was
everybody
a
needs to
40-yard line
develop.
or
And
40-yard line.
no,
That means you
it
got
don't work
60
like
yards to
that.
go to score a
Hold on,
touchdown.
they're arguing with each other. Hold on.
No, we're
Hold
not
on.
arguing. We're not arguing. I'm just saying, I love how y'all just like dispassionate about how bad Gannon is, but when we talked about this offense, we act like that ain't
They
what
were
defined this
trash
game.
too.
Everybody said, oh, we gotta wait till everybody get better and no. Get that same energy when y'all talking about the offense, when y'all talking about the defense. That's all I'm saying. Everybody
But
want to
we
pick a
did that
side.
though.
Everybody want to pick a side though. Good.
All
Hey,
right.
no, I feel that. I feel that. My thing is this. Again, we knew coming in the season we were probably going. We would be effective running our ball. Running the ball. Nick Sirianni woke up at some point during the season and figured that was a success. What have we done on defense to find any kind of success? What kind of a team are we on defense? What's our identity on defense? We are a soft zone coverage team. That philosophy is trash. That's all I'm saying. Like, look, I can deal with, our offense. That's a little bit of time to finally start running the ball, but at least we started doing it. What have we been good at on defense that we could say, my God, there's a salute. What are we doing on defense to say this is our identity or this is what we do? We didn't get no kind of turnovers this year. Our sacks look extra sus. I mean, the scheme is trash. That's all I'm saying is I want a different coordinator up in here with an ability to put pressure on the quarterback and an ability to create turnovers, make the offense, on the opposing side a living hell. That ain't what we saw this year. We saw a whole bunch of scared, timid corners out there playing soft coverage, linebackers. Hey, look, I'm not blaming we don't have the personnel to be playing man to man. Hey, look, we got some personnel to be scheming different things, and we ain't seen none of that this whole season from Gannon. So I'm not letting this one game after yesterday, sway me on my decision on Gannon. If that is his only bad game, cool. That ain't what we saw. We saw throughout the year, Gannon allowed quarterbacks such as Derek Carr, 90+%, Justin Herbert, 90+%, is Tom Brady? What? I don't even know what that percent is, but 29 to 37? This man only missed 8 passes the whole game? Oh, no, that ain't it. Get this man up out of here. Scheme is trash. That's where I'm at with Gannon. And yes, I'm passionate about my defense. Y'all please believe that.
Yeah,
I can respect it. I can respect
yeah,
it.
yeah. We'll see what happens on the defense side of the ball because either way, Jonathan Gannon stays. He got a lot of work to do. Jonathan Gannon goes because I see what Trey is saying. I get what Trey is saying. If we're being passionate about the offense, we also got to do the same thing on the defense because again, that's why I added Trey on here to be Mr. Reality Check. So I get what I get what you're saying, Trey. I really do. So don't think we ain't listening to you because that's why
No,
I added you.
I just saying though, because when we all just discussed this offense, what we all say? Yeah, Jalen Hurst had a terrible game, but he's going to
Yep,
get better. Nick
yep.
Sirianni had a terrible game. He's going to
But
get
he'll
better.
get better.
As
But
soon
we
as
didn't say that
it come to the
again.
defense, everybody just start ripping them. How you let Tom Brady score 17 points? Like, what? They're at
Yeah,
home. We giving them the football back, giving them great field position. They only scored 17 points. We got to be glad we didn't get blew up by 50.
that is true. That is
Like,
true. Yep. Because if we would have,
it's
because look
just
at
me.
the
It's just
Buffalo
me,
Bills.
man. I guess it's
Yeah,
just me.
I know. But look at the Buffalo Bills. I'm gonna give Gannon up. I don't want to give Gannon the benefit of the doubt, but when I see the Buffalo Bills blowing out the Patriots, when I see the Kansas City Chiefs doing what they do, and I'm like, I don't want to give Jonathan Gannon the benefit of the doubt, but if he's gonna be up here, he got lots of work to do. So I'm gonna give him this. I'm gonna do this. Just like Jalen Hurst and just like Nick Sirianni, it's their first year together. I don't want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but they're all first year coaches and quarterbacks. So I'm just it's his 1 year. But if he stays next year, he got some work to do because the only good team that you'll probably face in next year's schedule will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No. You'll be facing Aaron Rodgers. You'll be facing the Titans. You'll be facing the Colts. I think you'll be probably facing somebody in the NFC West, the Cardinals, and you'll be facing the Vikings. If I said that, no. You got some work to do. So if you're going to stay here, if I'm going to agree with my brother Trey and he stays here, you got the Colts. They're going to want to go to the playoffs. If Aaron Rodgers is coming back, we got the Vikings. The Saints might get better. If I'm missing Arizona, so if Jonathan Gannon comes back, he got some work to do. So I agree with
If he
Trey.
comes
I'm
back,
giving the
it better be because the only way you keep Gannon and bring him back for another year is if you're going to go commit to upgrading this defense. Go get you 2 stud linebackers where you draft one and get a free agent. Get you some more pass rushes on this squad. Maybe get you another cornerback on the squad. If you go out there and attack the defense like we can do, because we got the draft picks and the money to do it, then you bring him back. And the scheme that he has, like I said, everybody even said like they want Zimmer, and I even said I want Zimmer, but it's to realize the players that they have on that Minnesota defense is the whole reason why the defense works. You need great linebackers, period. In the NFL today, all the good defenses have great linebackers. If you don't have great linebackers, that's a hole in the middle of your defense, and that's where teams are picking apart. So, if we're keeping Gannon, which like you said, he is a first-year coach, just like everybody else, go get him the players he needs to make the defense successful. Go get 2 stud linebackers. Go get a cornerback, a safety, and one like Hassan Riddick or Chandler Jones or one of these Calais combo type players and put them on that D line. And then I think it'll be a lot better. But like without the linebackers, that's one area I think for sure. I even think we can even get away with some of the defensive linemen that we have on the roster, especially if you keep Fletcher Cox. You got to get those linebackers because that's the key to the whole defense. You don't have stud linebackers, that defense is trash.
Yeah, if Jonathan Gannon does come back, and we do give him the benefit of the doubt, what I expect, and this is what I expect, because I'm gonna listen to Trey and I'm gonna give Jonathan Gannon the benefit of the doubt. So this is what I want. If he does come back, because he'll come back. I mean, they'll probably saw what he did on defense and all the people that's giving him a job will change their mind. But if Jonathan Gannon does come back, if we is giving the benefit of a doubt, like Trey said, we're going to give Jonathan Gannon the benefit of the doubt. If we're doing all this on offense, we're going to give Jonathan Gannon the benefit of the doubt, like Trey said. You better be knocking on Howie Roseman's door and say, those draft picks that we got, defense. Those draft picks that we got, replace Fletcher Cox. Get a Brandon Graham 2.0. Get a linebacker. Get a corner. Get a safety. Focus on your defense. Use your free agency to get Calvin Ridley or a veteran wide receiver. If I'm gonna give Jonathan Gannon the benefit of the doubt because that's why I added Trey, Mr. Reality Check. So I'm gonna give Jonathan Gannon the benefit of the doubt. But if he comes back, knock on Howie Roseman's door and put your foot down. Give me some players. So Micah Parsons
Put
is
some
a
weapons
stud.
around it. Put some weapons
Exactly.
around this scheme.
And
It probably look different, man.
And
You're not
right
winning no
about that.
games
You
with
don't
Alex
draft high
Singleton at linebacker,
You got to
man.
change the game and do it. Because if you're not going to go
Exactly.
make the effort to do it, you need to get this guy out of here and bring a different kind of coach in here. We had to have the
Bro, if we
Man,
had-
I'm cool. If we could get a Mike Zimmer or somebody like that, I'd take a Mike Zimmer or somebody like that. But
Yeah.
well, we gonna get rid of Gannon and go get another rookie defensive coordinator? That's retarded.
No.
Yeah, that's retarded.
No. I don't
It all
want
We need
all
somebody
those
established.
like, you know
come
that.
here. It all depends
My
on
thing
who
is
come
this,
here.
fellas. Like, look, real quick, because again, it's nothing on Gannon, and I wish this man nothing but success moving forward. I hope he does get a job offer. Hey, maybe that'll be a more positive way for him to get up out of Philly, in my opinion. But at the same time,
Well,
look,
he can
I
actually
mean,
get a defensive coordinator because he's a head coach.
hey, then salute to him. If that's what he's doing, let him go ahead and do his thing. But my thing is this: it's like we don't have an identity. What is our identity on defense? Honestly, I believe I don't care if we did draft Micah Parsons. Parsons wouldn't have had none of them stats that he had over in Dallas on the Eagles. Now we saw zone coverage, garbage scheme that we played. So I don't think it's a talent issue. This is a straight scheme issue. And I don't know, after 17 weeks of watching my team, what is the strength of this defense? What are we good at? What is our identity? At least on the offense, I know we can run the ball. Hey, we're a run-first team. What are we on defense to try soft zone coverage? I need to know. Let me know. What is our identity on defense? I'll wait for that answer.
I feel like it's our secondary. It was supposed to be our secondary. Avonte Maddox, Darius Slay, Steven Nelson. I mean, get pressure on the quarterback, force him to throw the football fast. But we didn't have no great blitzing linebackers, nothing. Down. So look, every time we blitzed yesterday, what happened? He blitzed them, and then they clogged it up, and Tom Brady was standing back there all day. Had people running wide open. We don't have the personnel to play the defense y'all want us to play right now. I seen him blitz a lot.
I'm gonna have to check that. I honestly saw a lot of 4-man rushes.
Yeah,
and even if we did blitz,
how y'all think we got
there was no creativity.
How y'all think we got them sacks? It was on all of them was on blitzes.
Okay, were these linebacker blitzes, I'm assuming?
He bought 1 or 2 linebackers.
Alex Singleton?
I mean, he got to get a little bit more exotic with his blitzes, but I thought he did okay yesterday. I don't know where everybody else is looking at, but I thought he did okay. I thought it was our offense that killed this whole game.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
That is true. The fourth quarter.
They're both doing, but
we didn't score into the fourth quarter.
It's hard to pick up the slack.
How is hard? You act like we just straight went down 17. The first time they scored on the first drive. The second drive, we made them go 3 and out. And the first like they just was scoring straight on us like that.
You know what I'm saying? That's never a good outing if you're giving up 17 points in the first quarter. That's when your players are the most fresh.
It's never a good outing when you're not scoring points in the first quarter. You're not scoring points in the second quarter, third quarter, you're scoring to the fourth quarter.
Blow us out, then you can say, yes, they're on the field too long. Yes, they're out there way too long. They got gassed out. But in the beginning of the game, 17 points? No, you can't say that. You can't say that.
Okay, the point is,
that don't even make sense what you just said. If they scoring 17 points, why are we not scoring 17 points? If they score 17 points, why are we not scoring 17 points?
That makes more sense.
That is true.
The first quarter, you got 17 points scored on you, my guy. That's not good defense.
Oh, my God. So they score on you. That kill your whole momentum on offense. That
They have
don't
3
make
points.
sense, Bird Game.
You
It
gotta
don't
stop.
make sense,
You gotta
bro.
stop them.
Oh
We
my
had
god!
2
If you
drives
like, I
in
know
that
you love
first quarter
Jalen
that were
Hurst, bro.
over
I know
60-yard
you
plus
love Jalen
drives.
Hurst. I
Over
understand you
60-yard
love
plus
the dude,
drives, 2
but
times in
you
the first
can't
quarter
deflect
that
that
scored
on his
touchdowns.
defense. You
That's
cannot
defeating the
do that.
defense.
Don't
That's
think that
not.
I'm reflecting on the defense. I get it because the offense was bad. Okay, all right.
But
The
that's what it
offense,
seemed like we doing. That's what it seemed like we doing right now. We trying to throw all the blame on the defense. That's what we doing. When we scored 0 points all the way up into the
Anytime
fourth
your
quarter.
offense struggles, you got to help them out by not letting these guys score touchdowns.
but the
How
offense.
does that
Okay,
make
hold
sense?
on. Okay. I get both sides. I get everybody's sides. I get it. It's the defensive job. Because and by the way, we'll grade the players of the defense last also before we wrap up. But it's like this, okay? I get everybody's sides. I get it. The defense is everybody's fault. We can argue whose fault it is. It's the defense. It's the offense. But let's be clear. Everybody deserves blame for this.
Yeah,
We
it's
can
a team
argue
loss.
Jonathan Gannon. We can argue Nick Sirianni. We can argue Jalen Hurts. We can argue back and forth for who's the best. Everybody deserves blame. I get it. If we have the same energy on offense, we gotta have it on defense. But exactly what Trey is saying. If we had 17 points, why didn't we add 17 points on offense? So again, I get what everybody's saying. We one side we're blaming defense, and another side we just pushing the offense aside. But in my opinion, and you saw my video, and you heard me on Birds on the Line with Trigger and Bird Game 31, everyone deserves blame. It ain't just one side of the ball. It ain't the other side of the ball. Everyone deserves blame. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. It ain't Jonathan Gannon who lost to the Buccaneers. It wasn't Jalen Hurst who lost to the Buccaneers. It wasn't Nick Sirianni who lost to the Buccaneers. Last time I checked, it was the Philadelphia Eagles. All 52 men, all the coaching, all the scheme, everybody deserves blame about this. So yeah, what we can argue about what Jonathan Gannon did. We can argue what Nick Sirianni did. We can argue what Nick Sirianni did also. But at the end of the day, this right here, it was the Philadelphia Eagles versus Bay Buccaneers. It wasn't Jalen Hurts versus Tom Brady. It wasn't Jonathan Gannon versus Todd Bowles. It wasn't Nick Sirianni versus Bruce Arians. It was the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Philadelphia Eagles got almost blown the bleep out. So yeah, we can blame Jonathan Gannon. Yes, we can blame Nick Sirianni. We can blame Nick Jalen Hurts. But at the end of the day, who's going to the playoffs in the divisional round and who's sitting at home?
Hey, you already know. You
Us.
already know. Welcome to the couch, gang. Hey, look.
We can argue all day about who's to blame. Last time I checked, who's going to the divisional round and who's sitting on the couch?
Hey, we already know. Hey, look. And I think you hit the nail on the head, Cool Cat. That's all my man's trying to say. And that's something we need to work on moving forward come this next year. Honestly, look, I mean, yeah, my opinion is my opinion. I don't like the scheme that we're running on defense. That's not to say that, Gannon just played a complete terrible game. It was Tom Brady. This man is a GOAT for a reason, so he's going to score some points. I get all that. I just don't like this soft garbage approach that we have to the scheme that we play. I mean, I don't mind us being a little more reckless to, do things to create turnovers. It's like we're playing soft just to prevent teams from scoring on us. I don't like that approach. Again, whatever team, whatever coach we get up in here, it's all about complementary football. The offense must complement the defense. Defense must complement the offense. That's something we didn't have this year, really. We saw a lot of inconsistencies. So this next coming year, I don't care what coach we get up in here, but we better be seeing some complementary football. And again, my personality opinion is I want an aggressive defensive coach in here that ain't just going to be playing scared in games, talking about we just going to prevent the big play. How about we attack somebody and we go out there and stop them from making the big play? Stop this. We're going to sit back and play soft zone coverage. I don't like the scheme, and that's just my thoughts on it. So, Gannon, I wish you the best of luck in your coaching, brother.
It's like the coordinators were starstruck all the time. Both sides, offense and defense, they are starstruck. When they went against anything of talent, they all took a step back and, let's see what they're going to do against us and let's try to make an adjustment. Like you said, you can't do that. You got to go in there. You got to bring the pain right off the jump. You got to make teams adjust to you on offense and defense. We can't be sitting there waiting at halftime every single game to try to make an adjustment and win the game that way. That's just not a winning formula, man. We definitely got to change that up and change that up fast. But like you said, we're first-year coaches. Hopefully they learned about this, just seeing this flaw this year, and they can come this next offseason, get these guys some more talent, try it again next year.
Exactly.
Back to the drawing board.
Exactly. I get what everybody's saying. I get both sides of the ball when it comes to Jonathan Gannon. I get both sides. But like I said, the Philadelphia Eagles are going home. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to sit on the couch watching Tom Brady and the Packers and the Rams and Arizona, who's about to play in a few minutes. That's the team that gets all. That's the team that's getting the blame. Everybody.
No one gets all passes.
Exactly. You can blame Jonathan Gannon, and we did. Trey can blame the offensive line and the offense. He did. But at the end of the day, the Philadelphia Eagles is going home. It ain't just Nick Sirianni. It ain't just Jonathan Gannon. It ain't just Jalen Hurst. It's Devontae Smith. It's Quez. It's Goddard. It's all the players on the defense. It's the whole 52 men, the whole coaching staff, and the whole organization that got on a plane back to the city, had to go on camera and explain themselves, had to take a black bag, put their stuff in, and now they got to sit back and watch the playoffs like the four of us and everybody else. So, yes, I blame Jonathan Gannon. Yes, I blame Jalen Hurst. I blame Nick Sirianni. I get Notion side, I get Trigger side, and I get Bergen 31 side. But at the end of the day, who's going home and who's going to the divisional round? We don't represent the Buccaneers around here. We represent the team that's took a plane ride back to this city and got an L. Like Notion said, L squad.
Hold the bells up. What?
L squad. Not the W.
What?
L. So I agree with what everybody's saying. But remember this, y'all. We can argue back and forth of Jonathan Gannon's scheme. We can argue back and forth of all this stuff. But at the end of the day, remember this. Who's going to the divisional round and who's going home? The end. So with that, we'll wrap.
Hey, I just wanted to just real quick. I mean, at the same time, yes, we're on the couch. Yes, we're at home, but we at least got a bright future to look forward to, gang. Again,
exactly.
Nobody expected us to even, to compete, to even spell the word playoffs this year. So let alone we did make it. We got a lot of things we got to look ourselves in the mirror and grow from. At the same time, don't act like this was a fruitless season. Like we just came out here and we're just going to be trash the next few years. No. Our arrow's pointing up. Y'all Eagle fans, if y'all watch the games, y'all should know that. Again, this team, yes, this stinks. I didn't want to go out first round of the playoffs like this. At the same time, this team can only possibly get better. And we got to make these moves in the offseason to get it done. So, hey, again, yes, we holding the L's. We sitting on the couch life right now. But at the same time, next year, I got a little more, I guess, confidence in my team than possibly some of these Dallas fans. These Dallas fans are talking about firing all their coaches now, and they don't know if Dak is it. So we don't have that many issues in Philly. We just need to make sure that we're using our resources right, getting the picks that we need up in here to re-strengthen the team, because we're not too far off.
Exactly. So we're going to wrap it up by talking about the defensive players. And Derek Barnett, I ain't really got no energy for you, but I'm gonna give the defensive players. I'm gonna give the defensive players a little bit of the doubt. I don't want to, but if I'm doing it on offense, I'm doing it on defense because, well, I'm gonna give them but they ain't Jonathan Gannon. They just doing what the scheme did. So I'm gonna just say I'm gonna give them a C minus only because they ain't Jonathan Gannon, but Thank Derek Barnett. Don't let the door hit your butt on the way out. Ryan Killigan. I don't want to see you no more. That's that Washington stank I don't want to see. Fletcher Cox, I hope you and Brandon Graham comes back. If you're not, I love all of you guys. Jonathan Gannon. No, not Jonathan. Javon Hargrave. That goes for you too. I love Big Play Slay. I love Ronnie. I love Avante. Steven Nelson. I don't really know what to say to you. So I'm gonna just, for the benefit of the doubt, I'm giving them a C minus. For the benefit of the doubt, right? So go ahead. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
I'm gonna give them a C, just like I gave Gannon. They could have did better, but I felt like they held tough, man. They had us to the point where we could have got back in this football game. We just couldn't respond on offense. So I'm gonna give them a solid C. I'm giving everybody a solid C.
Yep. Notion.
I'm giving him a straight up D, fellas. Listen, he getting defense, all the defensive players this game. Ain't nobody getting no C's because this was a below average performance on the offensive side and the defensive side, in my opinion. So the whole defensive cast, you can put Derek Barnett up in there. I mean, what? Fletcher Cox. I mean, again, we're paying this man over $100 million. He didn't clear the bag on us in Philly, and he ain't got no kind of sacks this game. So again, I'm giving the whole unit as a defensive unit, a solid D, all playmakers included. Darius Slay was out there looking, and again, some quarterbacks have bad games too. That's cool. Darius Slay ain't trash, but he had a bad game. Also, when that D quarterback gassed me, I know that wasn't his best game. Steven Nelson, again, D. I'm giving the whole defensive performance a solid D, and that's where we at. Pause. Y'all already know the vibes.
Yep, Bergen. I knew you were going to say D, pause. I knew you was going to say that. I figured sooner or later. But go ahead, Bergen, wrap us up and give us a grade.
Yeah, man, I'm giving these guys a D plus. Only because they got 4 sacks. You know what I'm saying? Pause or whatever. I'm gonna got them 4 sacks in there. They showed a little something. Like I said, after that first quarter, really second quarter-ish, they started to do great, and they did what they normally did all year. My deal was just the whole point. They did that every single game the last 5 games. Like, you had to stop. You couldn't go to the playoff doing that. And, that was my only gripe with them. I didn't want them doing that the first quarter in the playoffs. Regardless of what the offense do, the defense got to control that situation. Like you said, maybe we just didn't have enough talent to do it. That's fine, too. But the defensive play calling was garbage. And that's really the reason why we did it. Every time, no matter what, if you have short field or long field, playing that zone, people can drive up and down the field on you no matter where they get the ball at. You can start at the 1-yard line. We've seen it happen a couple of times where they started within the 10 and drove 90 yards on doing that dink and dunk stuff all the way down the field and scored a touchdown. So that part doesn't matter. That's more of a scheme thing. Less of the player thing, because the players only can do what they can do. They only can play the calls that are getting called by our defense coordinator. So hopefully they wrap that up. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving them a D plus, pause. And we'll see what happens next year. Let's get some more better players on this defense.
Exactly. And with that, I want to thank you guys for watching the podcast. We'll be back this whole off season. We ain't going nowhere. And this is my final message to Eagle. Well, I got a couple of final things to say. Number one, to the person that's trying to get rid of my intros, don't do that again. It's Birthday Network. You ain't Birthday 31 and you ain't Mrs. Birthday. So don't be taking my intros. That's number
we just
one.
Gotta clear them out whenever we get done using
I know you did. I know you didn't do it, Birthday. I know you got to clear them out. I know. I get you do it. I know. But that's number one. Number two, Eagles Nation, listen. Like I said, I see you guys on Twitter. I see you guys going back and forth, Jalen this, Jalen that, Gannon this, Gannon that. But remember what I said. Who's going to the divisional round and who's going home? You're going home. Tom Brady is probably either going to face the Cardinals or the Rams. We're about to find out in a few minutes. Remember that. You can blame whoever it is you want. I better see the words Philadelphia Eagles on Twitter because we can argue back and forth. Remember what I said, Eagles Nation. You're going home because of the team. Not Gannon, not Jalen Hurst, not Nick Sirianni, those 52 men, those coaching staff, and this. The end. That's the curtain call. That's my final say for your boy, Mizzy Miss, Cool Cat Kind YouTube represent the Birds. Trigger, relax yourself from the party, man. I know you had yourself a good old day. Tell the missus I say happy birthday. Bird Game 31. Hi, Mrs. Bird Game, my sister. Notion Gang. Tell the Notion family I say what's up and say you home.
Hey,
All of
y'all
us.
already
Yo,
know.
enjoy the game tonight, fellas. Enjoy the playoff game tonight,
Who you
man.
guys want to win?
Indeed.
What's your pick?
Indeed. Hey, a
Hold on.
big game.
Let's answer that. Let's answer that notion. Who y'all want to win? Who y'all want to win against the playoff game? I'll take the Rams. Notion.
Oh, for tonight's game, the Cardinals and the
Yeah.
Rams?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going
We'll pick.
Cards.
Yeah.
I want the Cards to win this. Hey, look,
I'm
go
going
ahead.
Cardinals,
Let's
man.
Cards get one more. Hey, go ahead and get one more out here in Arizona. I'm pulling for the Cardinals this game. But honestly, look, most Super Bowl
Falcons
be
back.
on the couch now. So honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. I want to see what's his name win the whole thing this year. Honestly, I want to see Josh Allen get one. So hey, look,
Trigger.
that's
I'm
where I'm
going
gonna go with.
Cardinals.
I hope the Bills win
I
the
want to
whole
see
thing.
Zach
How
Ertz in
about
the Super
that?
Bowl again. I'm not even going to
Yeah.
lie.
I want the
I'm going
Cardinals as well.
Cardinals.
Bergang, quick.
Is Hopkins playing? Is he back yet?
Who?
I don't
I don't
know.
know
I
if
ain't
he was
sure.
cleared. DeAndre?
No.
I don't think if he's not back yet, I think
Yeah, I don't know.
Rams will probably win this game.
Yeah. All
The
right,
Rams
Notion.
are
I stopped
frauds,
you.
bro. I ain't believing the Rams.
I stopped you, Notion. My bad. Go ahead, send us home, man. I know you got things to do. Go
No,
ahead.
y'all good. Again, I understand everybody today. The vibes is kind of like meh, right? Because we just got knocked out. Again, don't take it as as the season is just lost and
Remember what
completely
I told
destroyed.
y'all.
Because it's not. So before y'all lay it down tonight, I want y'all to remember who is still the defending NFC East champions to bring this thing home. We the last ones to do it. Don't let Dallas just because they got a little 6-0 sweet division. Talk about a lot of spirits. We still hold that title. We'll be back at the running game next year. Again, we can only go up from here. 3 first round picks. $3 million plus in cap space. We're going to be busy in the offseason. So, hey, y'all for the same fantastic thing. I needed this shut on, brother. Shut up. You know what it's called?
Eat that
Y'all
response.
know we rocking. It's always fly, Eagles fly.
Yep. Till
Yes.
next
Y'all know
time.
what it is.
So
Don't
keep
keep the
that
emotions
out.
out.
E-A-G-L-E-S-E